The level 103 is a significantly harder target, but it's still possible to do it for fairly acceptable damage. Hey everyone, Derpy here, and welcome back to another Battle Pirates video. Just to get started, I am using the same fleet in the 102 video. This is the 4 Confessors X1. My 5th ship is still building. Unfortunately, I can't test this at U0 because I can't scrap and rebuild the entire fleet. I'm using a Sea Serpent's crew because my flagship is not one of those insane evade builds. For the 103, it does matter where you enter from, so if you come in at 6, you'll enter at 6, come in at noon, you'll enter at noon. I like to come in just about 8 o'clock here or so. I like to grab these 2 Marauders right here, trigger those ones, turn around and run. Use your X1 if you've got it on the back to slow those things down. I do have 2 more incoming at me. I might take some shots from these ones, which I just did. That's fine. If you stay moving, damage should be fairly low. Just stay moving, you'll be fine. It's better if you are using these forward and backward guns, but it's not 100% needed. Once those are dead, I'm going to go ahead and engage this first island here. When these missiles do fire, I like to stop because I find that stopping means there's no way these yellow piss clouds will hit you. So if you stop, you're not going to get hit, but if you stay moving, you might somehow stay moving forward into where one of these ones lands. It can be a little bit unlucky that way. It's better to be slow and careful. Go ahead and kill these turrets right here. None of them should damage you. Yellow cloud, need to run away from that one. I think if I had again stayed still, it probably would not have hit me. That was certainly true in raid 1. Against these particular missile ships, just go ahead and move forward, hit them with your stun. If you can, turn around about halfway through your firing cycle so you hit with the rear one and you'll kill this thing with only 1 volley incoming towards you. Once that one is dead, I'm going to go ahead and move towards the right. I like going this way in the target. It lets me kill the center island a little bit earlier, which I don't really like how the center island exists in the target. It is not that helpful in comparison to a few other things. Again, when this yellow missile fires, stop, you'll have a much better time. Kill a few things on the outside here, and then hopefully we're going to move around again further to the right. Go ahead and deal with this Ravager. In the previous raid, level 101 target, you could hit the Ravager, you could kill the Ravager, I should say, for no damage by using the islands, the mountains, to sort of kite this thing around. That is not always as possible. Also, a weird glitch right here with that black ring. That's not easily as possible this time, so I'm just going to trigger this thing, hit it with the forward weapon, and again, about halfway through the firing cycle when it unstuns, hit it with the backward one, move forward, hit it with the forward one, and it's going to go into overload, break the stun, and get several shots off at you, which is going to cause a non-trivial amount of repair right here. 2 of those things will give you close to instant repair for the target. If you get hit too much, it's going to hurt quite a bit more. In any case, once these things are more about dead, we're going to move forward, hit the short-range corrosive turret, and then move forward to kill the center of the island. Nothing here should damage you. Again, just watch out for these yellow clouds. They can be quite damaging if you're against this wrong. Notice this missile turret right here. Again, anti-shoot that all down. I only have 2 on the entire fleet. You literally only need 1 anti in the entire fleet and you'd be fine. You can actually reach this missile turret from the island, which I just did, moved out of the range. I like to grab this guy just so he's not being a pest on the rest of the target, because that thing is quite a pest. Loop far right, kill the corrosive turret. Don't trigger these marauders yet. You want to do those when you have room to maneuver and you're pretty far away, like right here. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the forward-facing weapon right there. That one's about dead. The other one is going to get pulled through the field. Turn around backwards so your X1 weapons are out. Hit those things. Once they're stunned and or slowed, you can hit your forward ones. Turn around, use the backward ones again here. Distance was a little bit off on that one, but it doesn't matter. And that's down. Again, notice how the damage so far is very low. Only damage should be from the Ravager and these missile ships due to unluckiness based on evade if you do this target right. Hit the missile ship with the forward weapons, turn around, hit it with the backward ones, and it's dead, stun locked off 1 volley. Again, missile turret, even though it looks like a phlogiston launcher for some reason, kill that thing fairly quickly. Short-range corrosive turrets go down, and just watch out for these heavy firing arc turrets. Make sure you know what orientation they're in. I do because I've hit this target 2 or 3 times before this. And the Ravager is going to come towards me, so I'm going to not use my special X1 or built-in abilities yet, so I can just stun it with the front ones, turn around, hit it with the rear ones, turn around and hit it with the front ones. It's going to go into overload, which is unfortunate. I mean, it's going to do some damage to me. If you stay moving, you'll take a little bit less from those ones. You could also spend enough time driving the target to try and block it with the mountains, although I think that honestly is pretty impractical. and I wouldn't really want to do that for every single one of these targets I'm going to hit, which will be a lot if I want the new Falcon Hull, as well as the 2 more Komodos I believe might be offered, and then all the other goodies that are in the raid as well. Overall, not a horrible target, works out pretty well. Let's go ahead and check the damage, the battle report, as well as the build, see if we got that magic 20-25 minute number. Alright, damage taken, you can see penetrative, the sum of resisted and taken was 1%, the corrosive sum of resisted and taken was 8%, which means I'm taking 90% of my damage is corrosive. Most of my damage here is corrosive, so if I had armors, I would want to put on more corrosive. It is directly from these Ravagers, I'm 100% sure of that one. Total repair time is 17 minutes and 16 seconds, and because the majority of it is corrosive, this will be instant repair, even with only 4 ships in the fleet, less than 5 minutes on each. The flagship would be pretty close. Here's the build shown here, and again, it's the same as in the 102 video, if you did get a chance to check that one out. If you have questions on any of this stuff, go ahead and let me know. I will try my best to get a few more videos up this raid, as well as some build videos I owe you guys for the 2 holes. If you want to go ahead and say thank you to me for posting these videos, well, hey, that's what the thank you to channel members screen is for. You want your name up here, click the join button below the YouTube video. With that said, of course, thank you to those whose names appear on screen now, and until next time, this is going to be Derpy signing out, helping you be a better pirate.